again, PE 100 extraordinary students. We have a crow in the background, so just disregard him. He's being rather gregarious. So anyway, I haven't been able to get my slides to appear very well in video format. So I recreated this slide, slide 17 from the PowerPoint, because this slide is really important to understand and then to apply your understanding of this when you're looking for a stress management plan that really works for you. So you probably remember this big word, homeostasis, from maybe high school science or maybe more recently. But anyway, our body wants to live, every cell in our body wants to live in this land of homeostasis, where everything is kind of working pretty well. Everything's going pretty good. Our body doesn't like to be too far above or too far below homeostasis. So what happens though with this idea of chronic stress that you've read about is that sometimes we get into a state of stress and stress and stress and stress and stress, and then that becomes the norm, and we don't develop any type of mechanism to help us come back down and recover in homeostasis. So we have stress and we need to recover, stress and we need to recover. Think about if a gatherer back in the day, a hunter back in the day, was being chased by a lion. Think about the recovery time that individual would need after the stress of being chased by a lion. They would need probably significant recovery time, right? I mean, physically, mentally, emotionally, everything. So our bodies still need that, even though we only have a figurative lion chasing us. So, but what happens is a lot of people, most of us, don't generally come up with a stress management technique or plan that works well for us until we're in desperate need for it. And I am in that category as well. So here's what happens. We get this alarm signal. Oh no, we have a road rage incident. And if our stress accumulates, then we start to live up here way above the threshold of homeostasis. So this land of chronic stress. And your body luckily has mechanisms in place to kick you in the butt and tell you, I can't manage this anymore. I am going to force you to take care of me. Your body will kick in defense mechanisms to save our lives, to save its life. So, and some of them are pretty drastic. So you get here to this point where you crash. And if we respect the crash, so we start getting sick. How many of you have ever started to get sick and you just keep dragging yourself until you cannot move anymore? We've all probably done that. But if we could figure out, I'm starting to crash, and you can notice out in your workout log. That's why the workout log is having you look at your energy, your mood, your food intake, energy output, and things like that. So you can start to be more cognizant of when your body is starting to crash and do something about it. Because if you don't, and you keep forcing your body to endure the stress without any reprieve, it will actually cause illness and dis-ease. So you know what? Your body will say, you're not listening to me, you haven't been listening to me, so I'm going to give you vomiting and profuse diarrhea simultaneously so that you cannot possibly get up and go to class today. And I'm going to throw in a temperature and some other embarrassing things, snot bubbles coming out your face, to get you to say, I just can't do it anymore. Because we are not always receptive to those more subtle signals, like being tired, being cranky, and things like that. So the goal here is to start picking up on these things. Hey, you know what? I better take a chill day. I better administer some self-care in my life so that I don't start crashing. And if we can recognize this with exhaustion, we start getting super tired, fatigued, and it's like, I can barely move. Okay, self-care. Get that rest that you need. Pick yourself back up into that land of homeostasis and recover. And if our life can be a series of stress events followed by recovery, stress events followed by recovery, that is the lifestyle that will lead to better health, better mental health, better relationships, Every wheel of wellness, that entire wheel will just roll more smoothly for the rest of our lives. So really that creates a higher quality of living and it actually reduces our chance of diseases that is inevitably going to take away from the quality of our life. I personally don't care really how many years I live, but I want what years that I have to be super high quality. And every day's gotta have a fun factor, a laugh factor. I refuse to go a day without having fun and laughing. So anyway, that's what helps me get back into that land of homeostasis. So I hope this kind of resonates with you. There's other areas in the PowerPoint later on in the PowerPoint that are going to give you some ideas to walk through, some ideas to try out, some stress management techniques, so that hopefully you can continue seeking a stress management technique that works really, really well for you. Okay? And I'll be back. One more, part 3, is to talk about the scoop on poop. I bet you're excited about that. All right. Peace.